See, get a couple people in this room, then we'll start talking. All right. First of all, good afternoon, or wherever you are in the world. Maybe it's just morning, maybe it's night, because we have an international audience here. But hope everyone's having a good day. What I want to talk about today is karma. Karma is not what most people think it is. Let me start. Karma is a way for the Matrix to keep us in check. If we were a piece of shit in our last lifetime, the karma will come with us to the new lifetime. We might not have the memories of the past lifetime. Most people do not. But your karmic debt from the last lifetime will come to you. You know, a lot of times I see things on the news, kids dying of starvation, women getting raped. And, you know, if you're a person with any type of empathy, you feel sick to your stomach when you see stuff like that, when you hear stuff like that. But, you know, when it comes down to karma, we don't know what that person did. I remember there was a woman killed in, what was it, New York City. She was just taking a jog at the park over there, and she was killed, on a 888 day. And I remember thinking, wow, this is horrible. Why would someone do that? But then the numerologist and astrologer kicks in, and it's like, well, wait a second. If this happened to you on an 8 day, did you actually deserve it? Robin Williams committed suicide on 8 day. Did he actually deserve it? Sometimes when you see bad things happen to people on 8 days, like, and I'm not just talking about losing money, I'm talking about real bad things, but it's not just 8 days. Sometimes people do very, very bad things and they get punished for it. And I want to make this abundantly clear. My opinion is this. If someone hurts you, if someone hurts your family, if someone goes after you to the point where it's causing you financial pain and you did nothing, absolutely nothing to deserve it, then yes, it would be bad karma to sit back and do nothing. 2010, I went on the Mike Trevisano show. That was Mark Trevisano passed away last year because of but yeah, he died a couple of days after getting his booster. Someone who probably the only person that actually really helped me out in life and didn't get too much out of it. Everyone else who's helped me out in life got something out of it. He probably helped me more than I helped him. And that's probably like the only person besides my parents I could say that about. But having said that, I went on the Mike Trevisano show as a local celebrity in Cleveland, Ohio. And I said that LeBron James was leaving Cleveland. Within 5 minutes, the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers called up Dan Gilbert. He said I was full of shit. Me and Dan Gilbert dealt, with each other in 2006, 2007, 2008. And he basically made me deals and he backed out of it. I went to the Cleveland Cavs owner and I told him, listen, numerology works. I'm going to give you proof. This was in the newspaper, so people can check this stuff out. I told Dan Gilbert, the owner of the Cavs, that Joe Johnson, an NBA player in 2007, would get hurt. I said Jason Kidd, an NBA player in 2007, would get hurt. And I said Gilbert Arenas would be the one who has a major injury. After Joe Johnson gets hurt, nothing. Jason Kidd gets hurt, nothing. Then Gilbert Arenas basically ends his career with the injury on 4/4/2007. I remember my buddy called me and I thought that I made it. I thought that was it. I finally made it. I got the Cleveland Cavaliers owner listening to me now. Yeah. Well, within a month, he called NBA security and basically I was banned from the Cleveland Cavaliers arena and I took it. I took it for 3 years. Then 2010, I go on the radio station. And by the way, you guys can look it up on YouTube. Gary the Numbers Guy, Dan Gilbert, Cavs. Put it on YouTube. You'll find it right away. And Dan Gilbert said I was lying and I was full of shit. 2 weeks later, LeBron James leaves Cleveland, signs with the Miami Heat. Dan Gilbert wrote a scathing letter talking about how this guy is evil, all this other shit. But I was right. I made him look like a fool. So this man gets me fired from my radio job. By the way, I wasn't rich back then. I had a little bit of money. I was married for a few years, but I was still broke in 2010. And this man got me fired from my radio job, took my job away, took my income away because I was right. You best believe I hexed his ass. You best believe I did that. And that motherfucker caught a stroke and he's never been the same since. I hope you fucking die. Okay? Now, you might be listening to these words and say, oh my God, this guy's evil. That's fine. If you feel that way, you're entitled to your opinion. I did not attack this man first. I didn't do anything to this man first. This man took my job away because I was right. Fuck him. And again, that is the story. I never attack people first, ever. I've dealt with so many people like that. The judge who sentenced me to jail when I was barely freaking 20 years old, my first time in trouble with the law, never a previous case, and he gives me 9 months. Why? Well, because you have quotas. And in the jail system, you know, they don't want that many of one race. They need to have quotas. So they specifically locked me up because I was a white guy. So their quotas won't look like they're just arresting black people. That's why I was arrested. And by the way, before I got arrested, I fell out of a police car handcuffed going 70 miles per hour on the highway. I kid you not. My hand is still broken because of it. I was handcuffed. I was leaning on the door popped open, and I fell out. I should have died. And I didn't, because 33s have a mission in life, and they can't really go until that mission's complete. That's just the way it works, guys. And which brings us to Mr. Tate. A mutual friend of mine with Tate's told me to give this guy a reading. I did. In that reading, I told him he would be famous in 2022, the year of the tiger. We left. It was all good. All of a sudden, Andrew Tate gets suspended from Twitter, and he gets a new account, and he decides that I'm an easy target because I'm a numerologist, astrologer. Let's just get rid of this guy, attack this guy. And it just so happened I was in my enemy year. 2019 was my enemy year. This guy goes after me, and his war room gets me suspended. The first account I had, Numerology Now, where I had all these celebrities following me, all these people who are following me, who are big names, who've never been able to find me since. That son of a bitch took that away from me. Not only that, I worked very, very hard to get CJ Johnson and AJ Cortez in GG33. It took me about 6 months to convince both those guys to get in. And they were my hired guns, man. They were the people with the big accounts with GG33 in their bio. And man, they were doing their thing. All of a sudden, Tate comes, gets me suspended, and takes my prize hitters away. So this man cost me millions of dollars, cost me my main account, cost me contacts with people I can't find. And you know what the funny thing is? I was right. He did get world famous in 2022. I was right. Everything I told that man was right. And he called me a fraud and cost me millions. I hope he fucking dies. Do you hear me? I want everyone to understand this. And let it be clear. The biggest mistake Tate made was to fuck with me. Because I told that son of a bitch in 2019, no matter what I did, I was going to get him back. And that's exactly what I did. I called his arrest. I said his little reign will end in the Tiger year, which it did. As soon as the Tiger year ends, he's in prison. And now he has lung cancer. And let this be a lesson to everybody. Let this be a lesson to everybody. If you fuck with the 33, bad things will happen to you. If you fuck, all 33s have a mission in life. Every single one of them. Einstein, Wright brothers, Thomas Edison. We all had a mission in life. If you prevent that mission from being accomplished, you will get karmic debt. Imagine how many more people would understand what numerology and astrology is if my account wasn't suspended in 2019. Imagine how much more influence I would have if the war room weren't telling all their buddies, don't have Gary on your podcast. This man literally cost me millions. And then when I say he can go to hell, I'm the bad guy. So a guy hits on me, he's pounding me. And as soon as I hit back, all of a sudden, you're the bad guy? Nah, fuck you people. I've done more to enlighten people in this world than most. And I want people to know this. People who I was enemies with, I have made amends with. There's people I made enemies with, and now they're in my group. Because I know how to mend fences when needed. When one side apologizes, I apologize. Everything's all good. But not with this son of a bitch. So the moral of this story is don't fuck with the 33. I don't fuck with 33s. Me. I don't think I've ever attacked a 33 except for maybe Charlie Sheen because he's a rainbow. But that's it. I don't attack 33 life paths. Just like I don't go after snakes because they're vengeful as hell. Remember, if you go after a snake, they're vengeful as hell. Do you really need that drama? I don't. This is why understanding numerology and astrology can help. But going back to what I was saying about karma, don't fuck with people unless they give you a reason to. I mean that. Don't fuck with people unless they give you a reason to. Give everyone the benefit of the doubt until they prove otherwise. And let the little shit go. There's plenty of people on here of my 47 or 500,000 followers all throughout TikTok, IG, and all this other shit that talk shit about me all day. It's like, whatever. But when people go out there to destroy your career, when people make it their personal passion to go after you and you don't do anything about it, that doesn't only show weakness. That also shows that you're a fucking coward. Oh yeah, Geometria Club wants me to say hi to everybody. But he doesn't want to say anything. But you told me to say hi to everybody, but you don't want to talk. Okay. That's the comic relief in the middle of this. You understand? Comic relief is very important. I know, I'm good. I got good monologues, brother. See? Learn to laugh, guys. Talk about serious stuff and still learn to laugh. In the coming weeks, I will be building GG33 offices in Miami, not in the city itself, in the suburb. We will be building a brand new studio. We will be building a gym with a UFC style cage, and we'll be holding tryouts. And Team GG33 is going to be ready to go in 2024. I am going to hold open tryouts. People who want, they can. Anyone is open. Listen, I'm looking for men, but pretty much men only. But if you're a bad bitch like Howie Holmes and Ronda Rousey, you're welcome to come too. But I mean, how many women in society are actually like that? I also want to say congratulations to all GG3 members. We hit the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl. We hit the Tommy Fury and both were underdogs. We're doing well with our crypto. My stock call is doing very well. So the members are doing very well. It pays to be a member. I also want to say that GG33 Academy is now actually bigger than GG33. And only took me 6 months. It took GG33 11 years. But GG33 Academy, no non-disclosure. People can go in there and learn. Is it GG3 level information? No, it is definitely below, but I don't charge people 3,500 to 18,000 to go in there. I charge them $98 a month. And not to mention that I've given away over 100 scholarships already. Listen, if you can't afford it, then there's plenty of free ways to learn from me. My students' tweets, my tweets, I put out 2 free ebooks. I've done plenty of podcasts. There's plenty of free information out there if you just want to learn. And yes, it's going to be the basics for GG33, but that's a step ahead of everyone else out there. In closing, before I start taking phone callers and stuff like that, I just want to say everyone's goal should be to make the world a better place than they came in it. And some people do it by being philanthropists. I can't even say the fucking word. Some people do it by being teachers. Some people do it by building up others. I'm going to do it by sharing knowledge with the world. And yes, I'm a gatekeeper. There's no doubt about it. But to be all honest, I'm a very, very loose gatekeeper. I have given you guys a lot of resources, a lot of action, and I can say without a shadow of a doubt that the world is a better place because GG33 existed. I can say that without a shadow of a doubt. I can say that I didn't just make myself rich, and I definitely did that, but I could have retired. I want you guys to understand, I don't need any of this anymore. I have 150 people waiting on a waiting list to join GG33, and I'm in no hurry to get to them. I don't need money anymore. I mean, I do, but I don't. It's not about that anymore. It really isn't. Now I'm going to try to make as many of my students six-figure people and even millionaires as possible. And again, if I didn't have a need to shove numerology and astrology down everyone's throats, my social media would be shut down. I wouldn't care. I'm born on the 7th, guys. I can shut all this stuff down and live a happy existence. Just me, my family, and Mary Jane. And it would be a very, very good existence. I don't need anything, but that's just not me because I'm a 33 life path. And I just can't do that. Just can't. It's like impossible for me to do that. Ugh. Anyways, monologue's done. Kat, you've been invited to co-host. Let me know if you get it. And just so people understand, Kat is always my co-host because he's really good at it. Before we do that, let's see. Does anyone want to speak? Kat, how's your day going?
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How's your day going, brother?
Good. Getting those readings caught up. Everything's going good. I can't complain.
All right. How many readings do you do a month now?
I gotta look at the tally, but I do well.
Well, give us a number.
Let's see. I say about, I don't know, 70, 60, 75 around. That's the average.
Yeah, that's a month. That's more than Patrick Bet David gets in 2 years.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's doing the most.
You like that? just like attack us out of nowhere, huh?
Yeah. I mean, who's the top dog? I mean, as far as you obviously, but behind you, who's it? Doha? I think Doha might be crushing that.
Doha?
Yeah, who's doing like that many, like a lot.
Oh, Uswin. Uswin is doing more readings than anyone else because they're written. He's doing about 150 a month.
Well, looks like I got to open up written readings now.
No. Trust me, you don't want to do that. Trust me when I tell you. They're more time consuming than actually talking, brother. Your skill is your mouth. So, yeah, you know, I don't think that sounded quite right.
I mean, It's all good. My girl's next to me. She nodded my head. She knows it's
All good, man. All
Anyways,
good, man.
let me start
Let's see the
letting it.
5 life path. She should like sexual humor.
Yeah, born on the 5th. She does appreciate that type of humor. But let me just
I
start
bet.
letting in people. Let me start letting in
Yeah,
people right
okay.
now. All right.
Kat wants to change the subject.
Yeah, I thought I did it smoothly and seamlessly. Wait a minute. Hold on, let me see. Letting everybody in right now.
Yo, what's going on, Kat? How's it going, Gary?
What's going on, brother?
Not much, man. Not much. Just here with the lady. Hey, man, what are these tryouts gonna consist of?
It's straight up fighting. We'll put some gloves on you, put some pads on you. We're gonna see who lasts.
Is this by weight or is this just?
Well, I mean, listen, I'm gonna open tryouts. I'm assuming like 100 to 250 people will come, and we'll figure out when they get there.
All right. I'm already getting in shape and been itching to get right for it.
I would encourage you to throw fists instead of lift weights.
For sure.
Yeah, we got Air Logic in here now. Right, Ryan's here.
Ryan, my brother, when am I gonna see you again?
Who knows? We'll figure something out.
You're gonna come down to Miami and visit me since you didn't come to Vegas?
We'll see. See if I can make it work.
Don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Translation: don't hold your breath.
For the people who don't know, Ryan isn't the most active GG33 member, but he is by far one of the smartest people in the group. People can follow him. And in all honesty, I think me and Ryan's probably the most political aligned with me in the group. What do you think of communists, Ryan? Just say General Franco's your hero.
Dead communists today keep tomorrow's problems away. That's my thing. So
there you go. Say it again. Say it proud, brother. A dead communist today keeps tomorrow's problems away. Do you guys understand what communists are? They basically are legal thieves sanctioned by the state government. Okay, someone's loud. We need to turn that off. They're basically sanctioned thieves by the government who basically want to steal your money. That's what communism consists of. Anyways, I don't want to go in any more rants. I did the monologue. Kat, who am I talking to? Who's first? And by the way, Kat decides who talks. I'm not picking. He does. If you talk out of turn, Kat might get rid of you. So, Kat, your show.
All right, Dr. Marvel, you're in first. Go ahead. You requested first. You're up first.
Thank you, man. Hey, Gary, how are you, man?
I'm doing well. And yourself?
I'm great. One of the things that I want to, say publicly is that thanks to you and thanks to Wisecat, I have been in a lot of his spaces lately. You guys changed my life for the good.
I'm happy for you, brother.
Yeah, man. I truly appreciate you, man.
I'm happy to hear that, brother. Listen, I speak the truth, man. This is a matrix, and some of the smartest people in the world agree with me. They just don't understand how. And the understanding is what I've given some of you. Numerology and astrology cheat codes. And if you do enough research, you will actually see that this stuff is as real as a heart attack.
It is, absolutely. And one of the things that since I started to hear your podcast or being in your spaces, it's that I entered that frequency, I guess, of 33. Because literally, whenever I'm driving, I live in Germany, whenever I'm driving, I'm always watching that 333 license plate everywhere, and I'm making photos of that. I'm the guy that I always in the spaces of Wisecat, I talk about 616, and I remember that I texted that you the other day, like 3 weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago, or something. Today I saw also a license plate car with 616, and I just did a little crypto swap or something, and I won $777. Like every time I see 616, Gary and Wisecat, you know that I just make money. That's
Well, that might be the code for you. I don't want everyone in the world who is listening to think 616 is going to make them money, but obviously it works for you. Remember,
it does.
there's things like that for everyone on Earth if you just pay attention. The numbers talk to all of us subconsciously. It's just the fact that most of us don't understand from a conscious level what they actually mean and what they're actually trying to tell us.
Man, literally, you changed my life with that. Same with you, Wise Cat. So yeah, that's just crazy, man. Because before you guys, I never saw, and I'm always watching, license plates to see if I see my, I don't know, man, my date of birth or whatever. But that was just crazy, Today I saw so many 333. That was just nuts. And then in front of me it was the 616.
And by the way, if people are listening and you send me a message and I respond and I don't respond back, it's because I got like 30, 40 DMs after you and I can't find you anymore. I'm just being serious with you guys. It's nothing personal. I mean, people are trying to send me money and then I lose count and I can't find them anymore. So nothing personal, guys.
Well,
anyways, listen, my friend, I wish you all the luck in the world, and I wish for you to see 616 more often so you can make more bank. But as for the people listening, different numbers mean different things to different people. So anyways, congratulations, my friend. It seems like you're doing pretty well in life, and it was a pleasure talking to you. Kat, who's next?
All right, we're going to go with Beto. Beto, your essay? I'm saying your name completely wrong. Beto, you're up next.
Oh, that's all good, man. I'm used to my name being butchered. It's hard with the Mexican name like that. But just want to say I've been, following you, Gary, since like 2019. So I appreciate all the knowledge.
Oh, so you remember when my accounts were getting suspended over and over and over?
Yeah, I remember you have your find GG33.com. So anytime you got suspended, find your new accounts.
Yep.
So I've been following you since then, and I've learned a lot, so I really appreciate all that and all the knowledge that you've shared and everything. I'm trying to share it. I've shared it with my brother and my friends and my wife and all that. So
exactly what you should be doing. Exactly what you should be doing, brother.
And so done. I've done some readings with Chris, and I've done some readings and I've spoken with Roger and the Craftline Public and all of that. So, really trying to, do what I can. To learn more and be better. Just like the guy that was just talking right now, how he was talking about he sees 33s a lot when he's driving. I'm in sales, so I drive around all day, every day, and I see multiple GGs and multiple 33s throughout the day, like in the double digits. So it gets pretty ridiculous on how many times I'll see 33s.
Let me ask you this. Did it start after you started following me?
Yes.
Yes, of course. You have to understand, when people hear me, they tap into the frequency. Once you tap into that frequency, you'll start seeing things.
Yeah, and I believe it. So just wanted to see if I could get like a little quick reading really quick, if that's okay.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you anything the other people didn't tell you already because you had detailed readings with me. I'm just going to tell you a few things, but go ahead.
Cool. So my birthday is 9/14/1990.
9/14. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you what I can tell you that other people haven't told you before. Obviously, you're stubborn as hell and you're going to travel quite a bit in life. My advice to you is you worry too much about bullshit. You let little things upset you in life. Let the little things go, my friend. I let all the little things go, man. I had to learn. The big things, I never let go. The big things, I will never fucking stop hounding people. But little things, let it go. It's not worth your time.
I appreciate y'all letting me speak. Keep on keeping on, my man, and I'll keep following you.
Sounds good, brother. I appreciate it, man.
All right.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Deuces.
All right, up next we got White. You have the cat picture in your profile. Go ahead, White.
What's going on, guys? What's going on? Gary, you're a G, dog. So is you, Wise Cat.
What's up, brother?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, loud.
I can. What's going on?
Yeah, man. I just want to say, Gary, with that fight you called, man, fucking amazing. Truly, truly, man. And keep calling out these fucking frauds, such as...
Such as who?
I think he broke up. He might be having technical
Am I
issues.
lagging?
Hey, White, can you hear us? Yeah, I think you're lagging. It says such as, and then we heard nothing.
I can.
Who are the frauds?
New money. Guys such as that. Hassan, who bet the house on that fight. Please keep calling frauds out like that, man. Just keep doing your thing, G. Just want to give,
I ain't gonna stop, brother. I ain't gonna stop. I think it's a public service to call out frauds. You know why? Because I've been called a fraud my whole fucking life, and I'm actually not. So I decided to turn that negative into a positive and actually expose frauds. So that's just me, though.
Hell yeah. You guys are awesome, man. Hey, you guys are a blessing. Appreciate you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. And hey, thank you for letting me speak.
Of course. Kat, how many people we got in here?
We got about 329.
Not bad.
329.
Not bad. Not bad for a small account.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
Kawanish Idar. I'm saying your name wrong.
Okay. Hi Gary, how are you?
How you doing, brother?
Thank you. I'm fine. Thank you for everything. The bronze is awesome. So I don't regret that. I have joined.
Were you in GG33 Academy first?
Of course.
What's the difference between GG3 Academy and Bronze, my friend, so that people can hear?
The difference is tremendous. You know, it's another
exactly
another dimension, maybe.
And you're not even a gold, brother. But listen, if you're in GG33 Bronze, I can say unequivocally you're one of the top numerologists and astrologers in the world.
Okay, thank you.
Just by being able to see that information. And by the way, before you joined, wasn't GG33 Academy awesome for you?
Yes, of course.
There's levels to the game, guys. There's levels to it. And I promise you, $98 a month for what I'm charging for GG33 Academy, that should be criminal. That I'm giving away that cheap. It really should be. But I got to tell you guys, there is no better value out there. I mean, I built a strong team together. I'm really proud of that work, and yeah, it could definitely get better. But I think we're doing a good thing, man, and I appreciate your help in telling people what you think.
Okay, so I have two questions. The first one is, so I'm living in Kazakhstan. Our capital is Astana. Is Astana a new Masonic city or something like that? Because it's full of Masonic symbols and pyramids.
This is what I know of Kazakhstan. I know that the U.S. and the American allies tried to overthrow the snake president of Kazakhstan in the very beginning of the year, and Putin came in and rescued his ass. And but because they wanted to turn Kazakhstan into a American and ally, that didn't quite work. But I also know that Kazakhstan is not respecting the Russians and Putin the way they used to. So I'm looking for Kazakhstan to start going more into the Chinese sphere of influence, especially if Russia happens to lose. If Russia happens to lose this war, Putin's done, and Russia will be broke up into 4 or 5 different countries. I personally believe that would be horrible for world peace, because if Russia falls, America and China are going to war relatively quickly. A strong Russia makes sure that China and America never go to war. Kazakhstan has been in the sphere of influence of the Russians, and now it looks like it's going a little bit toward the way of the Chinese. But if you're asking me about what I think about Kazakhstan's capital, I'm sorry, it's just not a major world city, and I don't know too much about it, so you do have my apologies. But I will tell you this. The snake president came to power in 2019, a big year. Just like Zelensky, a snake in Ukraine, came to power in 2019, a big year, and they had war there, and they tried to overthrow him in 2022 in the very beginning of the year. So I don't expect good things under this president.
Okay, and next question is, Antony Blinken has recently visited Central Asian countries. So what does it mean for our
Who?
Antony Blinken?
Who? Oh, Blinken. Okay, Secretary of State. He visited Kazakhstan?
Yes, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan.
When was this?
Last week, I guess.
Oh, wow. That means the Russians are losing even more influence than I thought.
Yeah.
So the Americans tried to overthrow the snake prime minister with revolts, and that didn't work. So now they're going in with soft diplomacy. America's something else. It really is. Russia's if Blinken is in there, that means the Russians are losing their sphere of influence, because I don't ever recall a Secretary of State for America going to Kazakhstan. When's the last time that happened? Do you know?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, because it probably never happened before. Yeah, that means the Russians are losing Kazakhstan. For the snake president, who knows Putin saved his ass, and he's still accepting American dignitaries, knowing that America tried to overthrow him in January 2020. That tells me two things. Number one, his hand is weak and he is weak. And number two, Russia's losing power. Take care, brother. You can tell everyone that you might be signed up to an American school, but your teacher's still Russian.
Okay.
Take care, brother. Huh. See, I'm multilingual. I'm actually talented. Kat, who's next?
All right, we're gonna go Melania. Melania, you're up next.
Hi, Gary. Massive.
How are we doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing well.
That's good. I just wanted to say, I feel so lucky that I'm even on here. I booked a reading with you, so I'm very excited for that. Hopefully coming up soon. But I just wanted to give you like a little bit of a story, which is kind of, I never looked into numerology. I was always into astrology and everything. And before I found out about you, I hadn't seen anything on my Twitter. And this New Year's, I ended up going to an apartment, and I didn't think anything of it, and it was my birthday. And at that apartment, a guy started speaking to me about the power of the number 33, and I still didn't know anything about you. And then that day that I got home and I was on my Twitter, you had come up, and I spent hours scrolling. And I just want to say, I come from a Serbian family, and they're so against anything numerology, astrology. They can't deny it anymore, because all the things that I read out that you say is so accurate. So I just want to say, massive fan, and thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. This is how you change the world.
Yeah.
You don't do it by pimping hoes. You don't do it by driving $6 million cars. You don't do it by telling people to go in the gym 5 hours a day. You do it by spreading knowledge that helps everyone around them. So thank you for taking this message to your family and converting them.
No, that's okay. It's hard to deny when there's so many like similarities and everything that goes on. But thank you again, Wise Cat, for letting me in, and I won't take up any more of your time.
I look forward to talking to you soon, hon.
All right, up next is Muzin. Ms. Muzin. I'm sorry, I mess your name every time. Go ahead, Muzin.
It's okay. It's Mizu, but you can call me Tosh. Hi, Gary, and hi, Wise Cat. So I have a quick question. So you said the thing about the billionaire going after you and the 33s. How much does that apply to the 33-6?
Not the same, but it still does. Okay.
So earlier I was reading more about Bill Gates and him in the 80s, and he actually became a billionaire in 1987, and he has a lot of ties with the Chicago politics and stuff. What is your opinion about all that? Because as you've seen on the news,
let's not forget the Chicago politics used to be run by a guy by the name of Mayor Daley. Yes. He was run Chicago for about 40 years. Not to mention, that was the only state in the country where the mayor was more powerful than the governor. If anyone thinks it's a coincidence that Lightfoot was the mayor and she's Mrs. LGBT and she's Big Mike's best friend, you're sadly mistaken. Listen, Jesse Jackson told Barack Obama he was going to cut his nuts off because he was supporting Hillary Clinton in the 2008 election. Well, Obama didn't say anything to him. He didn't do anything to him, but he did manage to get his son thrown in prison. That's how Barack Obama runs it.
I think it's the senior Richard Daley, whatever. So, what is your opinion once Cat year ends?
I mean, Dragon Year, it's going to be more materialistic. Dragon Year, I see a lot more conflicts happening.
With the politics?
Not just politics. I think war is a real possibility in 2024. I'm not just talking about Ukraine. I'm talking about real wars in other countries as well, especially in Africa. South Sudan's probably going to explode in 2024. I'm not sure if you people know much about Africa, but there used to be a country called Sudan, and they split the country on the 11th into two countries, South Sudan and Sudan. South Sudan is now one of the poorest countries in the fucking world because they did it on the 11th. And I knew that was going to happen. See, this is what I'm talking about. Education is the key. You have to understand when to do things and when not to. Because think about this. Because of the ignorance of their leaders, how many more people are suffering? How many more people are in poverty? And then when I say people like that should be punished, oh, I'm the bad guy. No, that's not what's supposed to happen. Let me tell you something. These vaccine people, these mandators, they're going to get theirs starting between April and July. My people in Congress have assured me the first arrests for the vaccine are going to happen between April and July 2023.
Breaking news right there. You just broke news.
I broke the news, huh?
Yay.
I broke that news a while ago.
About time.
So we're going to have it. And I want people to understand something. As much as I go after Andrew Tate, that's nothing compared to what I'm going to do to these vaccine people. It might be in 5 years, it might be 10 years. I will still remind people that either number one, they supported them and people died because they listened to them, or two, they were too cowardly to say anything. Patrick Bet David, when they knew it was wrong, and they were too cowardly to say anything because of fear of being suspended. Geometria Club, he mentioned the vaccine many times, didn't you?
All the time.
All the time.
When you know, you know.
In 2020, 2021, you said it back then it was bad. I checked. I saw your tweets.
From the jump.
For the jump would have been February, but you're almost there. I got you, man. You're good, man. See, I'm working on those backhanded comments like you. Anyways, listen, when it comes down to it, 2024 is going to be a year of reckoning. And I think the first people will start either going to jail for a long time or capital punishment is going to happen in 2025. Because I want you to understand something. Snakes are extremely vengeful. There is no more vengeful sign than the snake. In 2025 is a snake year. People are going into the guillotine.
Oh, yes. I have twin snakes, 22s, and one of them just got into an argument with somebody at school. So,
yeah, you know how it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to say thank you guys for having me up here. Gary and Wise Cat, you guys are very intelligent people. And I have a question for you, Gary. On the beginning of your journey to learning numerology, what was it like? And what were some of the trials and certain things you were going through?
Okay, it started on September 11th. I looked at all the 11s and I was like, well, what the fuck is this? And at that point, I remember that World War I ended on 11/11 at exactly 11 o'clock. And I was like, you know what? I don't think this is a coincidence. And at that point, I started going to Barnes and Nobles and buying numerology books. And within about 1 month of reading those books, I knew numerology was real, but the crap in those books did not make any sense. It's like it was like purposely misinformation. And at that point, 2002, I started going and talking to all the top numerologists in the world. And they were pretty much old women who were divorced a few times. And I found it very ironic that every numerologist I talked to who were the top people in their profession, 60 and 70 years old, all these motherfuckers were broke. It really bothered me. I'm like, well, wait a second. If all the answers are in numerology, how come you people are broke?
That's true.
And that made me question numerology, but then it also made me question the practitioner. So in 2002, I threw away all the books and I just started asking people their birthdays. In the elevator, what's your birthday? In the line, what's your birthday? No, I'd be in a room full of people. What's your birthday? What's your birthday? What's your birthday? And after giving 30,000 readings, you start picking up on things. And that's why no one in the fucking world will ever be as good as me, because no one is ever going to go up to 30,000 people and start asking questions and doing this and doing that. At the same time, being ridiculed, being called a moron, fraud. Do you understand? In Cleveland, Ohio, my hometown, I had to turn on the radio and listen to people bad talking me for about 2 hours a day for 3-4 years. 3-4 years. No. They used to have a parody on me on the radio station. Instead of calling me Gary the Numbers Guy, they had someone called Larry the Letters Guy. And he will go in there and start talking about, hey, is this and this and this. I mean, hell, ESPN even did a skit of me. If you go to ESPN, there's a skit of Numbers and a guy from Cleveland, how he talks about the Browns and the cat. Yeah, you saw that, remember? Yep, you saw that, right? That was an attack on me without actually putting my name out there. Yeah, it was 4 years ago. So they actually attacked me. They actually attacked me without actually saying my name, but they made it. Yeah. And why they do that? Because I said ESPN would go out of business very soon, and I mean, hell, they're broke already. So it is what it is, man. But what was your question?
Yeah. So like, I feel like they were trying to discredit you because you were putting out knowledge and truth. I feel like, see, the same thing how you said you went to Barnes and Nobles. Once I found out like about you, and I started following you and Wisecat and some of the GG33 members, I tried to go to Barnes and Nobles and get some books, but I don't feel like what they're teaching is the actual truth.
It's not.
So
it's garbage.
It is, and that's why like I'm trying to get into GG33 and learn so I could actually teach other people who don't know and who isn't even thinking about this. They're trying to live their everyday life just not knowing. You feel me? When there's so much information and knowledge out there that could help and benefit us, you know?
That's how you change the world, and it's a slow process, brother.
And it's
not going to happen. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a very, very slow process. But you know, maybe not even your kids will benefit from it, but your grandkids will. I feel very, very confident that people will be listening to a recording of this in 50 years, and they will agree with everything I said, because your parents might hate me, but their kids will fucking love me.
Yes, for sure. And I have one more question before I
brother.
go. I just want to get a little quick reading, if it's okay with you.
Birthday.
January 1st. January 1st. January 18th, 2000.
You don't know what your birthday is?
Nah, I slipped up because I was just, I'm a little nervous. I wasn't expecting to really get up here.
What you nervous for, man?
Because I was waiting to talk to you, man. We had a couple conversations.
There's nothing to be nervous talking to me, brother. You know, just ask your Metro Club over here, man. He talks shit about me 24/7. Oh yeah, you definitely are my elder, which means he's got a couple more gray hairs than me. Anyways, guys, you notice how I'm all serious, and then I put in those jokes and laugh, because you can't be serious all the time. You gotta be able to make fun of yourself, man. You really do, man. So I think you're on the right journey, my friend, and I wish you all the luck in the world.
I appreciate it. Can we still do that?
Yeah, of course. Basically, start pounding it hard next year, brother. You're a dragon. Dragons rise up in dragon years. Pound hard, bro.
Okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate the time and everything. Thank you, guys.
Kat, who's next?
All right, Harms is up next.
Well, I just wanted to say I'm an astrology girl, but I just recently started following you, and I saw you on a podcast on TikTok, and you basically were like, astrology is more for feelings, it's more feminine. And I kind of laughed at it because I'm like, yeah. And then you're like, numerology is more concise, it's just facts. So then I started looking into it, I found out I'm a life path 3. I'm a water monkey, and I was like, wow, I'm pretty amazing, actually. So then I started looking more into my numbers, and I realized I have the number 8 tatted on me 3 times, and I've always loved the number 8. And my birthday is 10/17, so like the 17 equals 8, and like I don't know, just like little things were clicking for
Get
me.
that bag, girl.
I am. Trust, I am.
Now that you've been studying numerology, and you were studying astrology for how many years?
I wasn't really studying it. It was just really intriguing. So it was like a hobby, but I've on and off about which is funny, like 11 years. 11 years, to be honest. Yeah. And then this being my 11th year, I'm into numerology now.
Makes sense.
So,
And you do understand at this point that numerology supersedes any form of astrology, correct?
no, it 100% does.
I've just witnessed some haram behavior. 2 people drinking alcohol in front of me. You felt forced. There's haram behavior going on in this house, and I'm not taking part of it. It's not my house, so I can't tell people not to drink. In my house, I throw them out. Hey, have you ever drank in my house? No. Never. Have you ever even seen any alcohol in my house?
That 3 monkey would partake.
Yeah, I bet. We'll see. The 3 monkey. You want to talk to her, dog? Hey, girl, are you single?
Me? No, I'm married. I just had a baby.
Okay. See, Jake, sorry, brother. You want? Well, I mean, sorry, but you're not really sorry, right?
No, I'm sorry that you don't get to experience me, but no, I'm not sorry. You're right.
No. I was asking for my boy Jake over here because he's a 3 just like you.
Yeah, I'm a 3, and I'm just finding out that it's a really amazing number. It's a really, really amazing number.
Oh wow, I got a crowd here in the back, man. Listen, girl, you're a monkey. Your enemy year is over. Last year was horrible. You know why, and expect a great year in 2024, girl.
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Very welcome. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Have a
Kat, who's next? 30 people have requested to speak. Most people don't get 30 people in their goddamn spaces. Actually, Wise Cat, let Jake be next.
Okay, Jake, go ahead. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
How you doing, brother?
Good. I've been in silver for like 3 days, and it's really life-changing. So I want to thank you.
Let me ask you something. Did I charge too much for it?
No. No, it's
Is it under? Am I undercharging people?
I think so, but I know you're raising it soon, so.
Don't worry. As soon as I get down to Miami, prices go up.
There you go.
Anyways, I want people to understand something. Jake, we talked on the phone how many times?
Just once, I think. Yeah.
Once. You wanted to get in GG33 gold, correct?
Yep.
And what'd I tell you?
That you didn't want to take, because I don't have enough disposable income. So he really was watching out for me and said, just you'll get there soon. Keep hustling. He's not like the war room where they want to just take your money.
No. Jake wanted to go into gold, and he passed the interview. And gold is 18,800. And what's the first thing I asked you, Jake?
You just asked if that was how much income that was, I think.
Yep. And I have a threshold now. And if people don't have that threshold, they can't join GG33 Gold. Not because I'm gatekeeping, but because I don't need anyone's money, and I do not want to take people's last dollars. It's that simple. I want people to understand something. No one else in the world will do that. And I do that routinely all the time. No one else in the world will do that. I want people to understand money is not my main objective in life. My main objective in life is to influence the world. And I think I've done an okay job. Definitely room for improvement. Right, Geometry Club? He's being shy right now. He usually talks bad shit.
I wasn't ready for that.
I got you, brother. I got you. Anyways, Jake, enjoy GG33 Silver, and know by you being in there, you're unequivocally one of the best people in the world in numerology and astrology. I mean, you went through Death Code, right?
Yeah, I did. It's crazy.
Tell me, no one else in the world would have came up with that. No one else. And then I give you proof, and it works.
Yeah, it's life saving, really. So.
Yep. So again, you've had two people who joined GG33 not too long ago who just were on this space, and they're telling me it's life-changing knowledge. They're telling you guys it's life-changing knowledge, and there's a reason I make people sign non-disclosures. Do you think the non-disclosure is justified, Jake?
100%. It's.
Yep. So again, I want people who are listening to this to understand something. When it comes down to it, what I teach is not on the internet. If people were paying me what these people were paying me and the same information was on the internet, you really think these conversations would be this pleasant? Not even close. Not even close, guys. And I want people to understand something. GG33 has people from 35 different nations. Before I'm done, it's going to be 150 nations. I'm not. I think we got our first student in Bahrain today. We got so many people in Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Middle East, Europe, Russia, Japan, China. Oh, Mexico. You know, well, Mexico's right by the U.S. So, and you know what shocks me? I'm not going to kid you guys. How people in third world countries come up with the money to pay me. And then people who are Americans tell me I charge too much. It's just amazing to me, man. It absolutely amazes me. You know, America is still in 2023 the best country in the freaking world. We have 22 million millionaires in America. That's more than the fucking rest of the world probably combined. 22 million millionaires in America. And by the way, for people who think this is only white people who are millionaires, no, there's over 300,000 black millionaires in America, less than 10,000 in the rest of the world. America is the best country in the world because we are still capitalists. And I want people to understand something. I'm not just teaching numerology and astrology. I'm going to get the youth to embrace capitalism. Because that's what has to happen. Jake, when I talked to you on the phone, I got your birthday. I know you're going to do good things, brother. And when you're ready, we'll have that conversation.
Thank you. My quick question was,
yes, sir, bro.
How's the podcast coming up?
I'll be in Florida tomorrow. I took a little detour at this $5 million lake house. You know the best part about GG33? There's no city I can go to in America where I don't have students who would not have me over and stuff like that, man. It's one of the best things about whenever I'm like on Twitter and I post I'm here, I get 10 DMs. Yo, Gary, come through. Or you always get this one. Yo, Gary, I got that good grade on that. Come through. It's always one of those. But I want people to know, unless it's top grade stuff, it's top shelf, don't offend me. Like, I wouldn't even smoke the weed this guy's giving me. Anyways, I've been talking a lot of shit. Follow Geometria Club on Twitter. Give him a couple hundred followers. He's the best in the world at Geometria, and he's the top guy who's there to spread letterology to the masses. And that is GG33's own version of Geometria, because there's so many people in that community have tarnished that fucking name. I didn't want anything to do with it. I did it. I'm not gonna. What, you mean the fraud born on 7/12/1983? You don't want me to talk about him? No. Okay. Okay. No problem. No problem, brother. We won't do that, man. We won't talk about him. That fraud, and who got so many sports picks wrong, and he still manages to get money off people. It really amazes me, man. How it tells you how stupid people are. I bet you 70% of his customers are vaccinated.
I mean, I only know one other type of person that gets $1 from people at a time. You know the kind of people that beg for $1 at a time? You know those people?
$1.
What are you begging for? Begging for a buck.
Begging for a buck. Well, maybe I should get him some knee pads for his birthday. Anyways, let's see. Kat, who's next?
All right, we're gonna go with Ansel, and then we'll go with Capital. So Ansel, then Capital.
Thank you, Kat. How are you, Gary?
I'm doing well, and yourself, sir?
I'm doing good as well. Thank you. Sure. What are some of the ways we can make the matrix bleed, or we can beat matrix at its own game?
Oh, beat the matrix. Yeah, listen. Human defeated God.
Sorry, your voice is cutting out.
I said you're just a human being. How are you going to defeat a god?
Right, but so just follow astrology and numerology to win. Maybe
You think you think understanding numerology and astrology is going to help you beat the matrix, brother?
As in just win at your own spiritual realm.
Oh, well, I mean, listen, the Matrix isn't getting in your way of your own spiritual journey. The Matrix is here to bring everybody down. You know, if you got in a car accident, Matrix. If you got a injury and you have to go to a hospital, Matrix. The Matrix feeds off emotion, and it's going to do everything in its power to make sure that people take L's because it feeds off emotional energy. Now, if you're asking how to get ahead in life, study numerology and astrology. That will tell you how to beat the market. That will tell you how to do sports. And more importantly than all that will tell you how to pick the right wife. So she's not cheating on you and having a whole bunch of kids and then suing you for child support. I don't have problems like that. I couldn't even imagine having problems like that. And the proof's in the pudding. I've been married for 18 years. Got 2 kids, got no issues. So again, study as much as possible.
Well, thank you though. That was it.
Of course.
All right, up next we got Capital. Go ahead.
What up? What's good? Can you hear me?
I can. And what's going on, my friend?
How's it going, man? 33 King over here. Been in GG33 Gold a little over a year, so super stoked to be here. Thought I'd make a grand appearance. Have a couple questions for you. And
How long you been in GG33 Gold?
Since February 3rd, 2022. And the knowledge is off the charts. Even I was reading your 2013 market letters recently, and it's crazy how some of the things you're talking about in this current time and era, this is shit that you've been known since 2013. You know what I mean? So
yeah, 100%.
What more has this guy got up his sleeve? It's honestly, if you aren't subscribed to Gary's services, you're shooting yourself in the foot for no reason. I mean, yeah, that's fucking crazy. I always tell people, by far, well, I don't tell people because I like keeping my best advantage.
Respected, brother, respected.
By far, the best decision I made was joining GG33 Gold, and that's not an understatement. That's straight facts.
You think I charge too much?
Fuck no. You know how much? I made so much money off your picks, it's insane. Honestly, if you're reading to this and you're into investments, go fucking drop kick your financial advisor right now. Slap him once, then twice, then one more time for good luck. 3 is the number of luck. And I mean, yeah, you're selling yourself short. You know what I mean? Your crypto calls alone. Fucking the amount of money
I think I'm one of the best in the world at calling crypto, bar none. And I don't do it every day, but I get all the big moves. All the big moves. Last year, when I told everyone in GG33 to sell all their crypto before 2022 hit, I've literally saved my members almost $100 million.
For real. Like
That's
especially when
not
everyone's
small. That's
screaming
not a small
all-time
amount of
high.
money.
Yeah. Now everyone's screaming all-time high, bullish this, bullish that. Like you were like one of the very first bears. I don't think there's any, or at least I can't think of many other people who were bearish at the time. But I mean, fuck, the results speak for themselves, man. Like I don't know how you do this shit, but keep up the good work, man.
Well, the state of Ohio came after me for my market calls, and I didn't really want to deal with the state, so I shut down a little bit. But at this point, I recommend it, unless you're in GG33 Gold and I make calls in there. If you guys want a market service, go to my top student, Ringmaster Roger. He lives and breathes the market. I mean, his face is literally looking at charts and markets and all this 24 hours a day. I can't do that anymore. I did that for a few years. It didn't make me happy. I decided I'm not going to play around with this fucking market every day because, in a normal year, it goes up 5-10%. That shit ain't interesting to me. I don't give a fuck about it. But remember how excited I got when this year started? I'm like, oh, this shit's about to start cracking. And as soon as I made that call, what happened? Market went down 1,000 points, and then we're just getting started, baby. It's gonna bleed,
honestly, man. And like yeah. No, I mean, I was like, shout out to Roger too. I'm in deep wealth and all of his services, really, and like the knowledge is just mind blowing. Like the amount of work this guy puts in. But I mean, no diss to him. When I first joined his shit, I almost thought he had 4 energy. I didn't know his birthday. But like, if you're in deep wealth, you'll understand what I mean. And that's all I'll say about that. Like, this guy puts in work, and without rambling on too much, I know I can run my mouth a lot. Fucking yeah, I had a couple questions for you. So
shoot, brother.
one, I want to know, like, what's your opinion on the whole like subject of nature versus nurture? Would you say, like, for example, someone's born with the right things? Do you see them making it further than like being raised and brought up in an environment that fosters success and like
I see where you're going. That's a really, really good question. I've always told people the environment plays a role. There's a reason why, in San Francisco, you have a whole bunch of homosexuals around, but in the Middle East, you almost have none because environment does play a role. And as you know, without me going into certain numbers, you know exactly what numbers I'm talking about. So when it comes down to it, I think that someone with all the right numbers who grew up in poverty like me, they have a lot more potential, but most of them will fail. There's no doubt about it because I know a lot of really, really smart people who are broke and always will be broke because they have no idea how to articulate their thoughts to other people. Then again, I know other people who are good at making money, but all they do is illegal activity. At some point, someone's going to knock on their door and, give them some bracelets. So when it comes down to it, I believe if you have an average person who is in a very nurtured environment with good people with a rich background, more of those people will make it than the very talented people who were in poor neighborhoods. But there's a glass ceiling on the people who are average and they just make it because of their families. There's a glass ceiling of that. They can only go so far. But most of the people, like Michael Jordan, things of that nature, the people who just willed themselves, they will always be the superstars. And I got to be honest with you. It's an advantage if you're rich that you were poor at one point, because the people who are rich their whole lives, they have a very, very different view of the world. And in a lot of cases, I don't agree with that view. Because they never knew what it was like to struggle. I did. So when I actually get an office of position, I will not forget about things of that nature where, other people who have all the advantages in their life had a silver spoon in their mouth. They never had the hardships. So yes, I do believe overall the nature will win, but the top people will always be the talented ones who, were in poverty.
No, I appreciate that. That was kind of in line with what I expected you to say.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
No, thank you. I guess another question I had too while we're on that subject is going back to you starting off your journey in 2001. You mentioned that from 9/11, that's when it all clicked. Like, have you ever seen That's So Raven? Like, how did that how did that happen? You know what I mean? Like, was it like you got hit with like a wave and like you just got visions or whatever? Like, did it just like instantly click?
No, it was nothing like that. I'll tell you. I'll go through the whole day with you. I woke up at 8:30 in the morning, and I turned on the TV. And I see the Twin Towers burning, the first building, and I think I'm watching Die Hard the movie. That's what I thought I was watching. And then when the second plane came in, I was like, whoa, this is real. And then I automatically said Osama bin Laden did this. And it took me about 3-4 months to understand how brainwashed I was. That the news didn't even say anything, but I said bin Laden when those two planes hit because I was that brainwashed. I didn't know too much about the Muslim culture back then. I believed a lot of the bullshit. That all these people were terrorists and all that, other stuff. It didn't last long. I mean, I married a Muslim woman, so it didn't last too long. But yeah, I was definitely brainwashed in 2001. I don't think I was ever brainwashed enough to take a vaccine, though. I don't think I was ever that brainwashed. No. My daddy didn't raise no fool, and yeah, that's pretty much what I believe.
Okay. No, I appreciate that. I guess just like while we're on that subject too, recently you tweeted out that you learned nobody taught you shit. I definitely believe that because it's fucking crazy. But going back to the subject, you said you learned numerology from your higher self or something along the lines of my alternate selves taught me that. Would you be able to like expand on that? Like, what did you mean when you said that?
Well, I wasn't talking about the devil. If that's what, a lot of people think I said I cut a deal with somebody after I posted that. No, I believe that I had help from me in other timelines. That's because no one sure as hell didn't teach me anything. And let me tell you something. I'm so proud of that no one taught me anything about numerology. I mean, obviously, I read a book and I said 3 is communication, all the basics. Yes, that someone taught me. But when it comes to the deep stuff, like the stuff in gold, for God's sake, you think anyone taught me that time traveling stuff? I literally prove time travel is real. I literally prove time travel is real, but I would never release that to the public because I'd get a bullet in me within probably 2 days. But as long as I keep things under non-disclosure and I post things in a private forum, I'm fine.
Okay. Would you say that you feel your knowledge of numerology supersedes that of, like, let's say one of the 13 bloodlines, or what's your thoughts on that?
I believe they know more than me because they were taught this stuff at a young age, but I believe they have a glass ceiling because they can't learn anything new, but I can because there is no glass ceiling with me. Listen, my potential is better. I've learned new things that they stole off me, obviously, but overall, I'd be foolish to think that I know more than they do.
Okay.
But I know more than anyone else out the 13 bloodlines. I'll tell you that much.
No, I mean, I haven't talked to him personally, so I couldn't say, but I believe it, man. Like, the fact that you discovered all this by yourself is one of the most mind-blowing things to me. Like, I often think back and say, like, if I didn't join GG33, how the fuck would I have figured out, like, what the meaning behind these numbers are? You know what I mean? Not only that, but like the more advanced knowledge too. The fact like you just walked around talking to people and this all just connected and clicked is fucking crazy to me, bro.
I mean, it took a lot of years, bro. I mean, it's not like I got this good overnight, man. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. This was my life. I didn't I didn't complete college because of this. I lived in poverty, basically in my room, in my apartment all day by myself, just me and Mary. I got, and I started studying all day. 24 hours a day, read books, go out in the public. And when I went out to public, it wasn't to have fun. What's your birthday? What's your birthday? What's your birthday? What's your birthday? It literally went up to like 50 people a day.
God damn, now that's hustle, man. That's
And
fucking.
I used to go to cemeteries, look at people's, when they were born and they were dying, I had to figure out why they died. That was interesting. I did that for many years. Just go to the cemetery by myself and okay, this guy was born and why he died. I need at nighttime. I'll do that. Yeah, I'd go there by myself. Yeah, I'll go there by myself. Smoke a little bit, and who else is gonna? That wasn't 2023 where I have a whole army with me if I wanted. That was me by myself when people said I was crazy.
Yeah, let them know. I don't care what year it is. Gematria Club going to the cemetery.
All right, brother. All right. I think everyone heard you loud and clear, brother. Loud and clear. But it didn't happen overnight. I mean, let's be honest. You know more being in GG33 Gold than I did at that age. Do you know how long it took me to learn that stuff? It seems easy to you, man, but because you see it and I make it make sense and I give examples and to other people, this took a long time, bro. I mean, I'm 45 years old, and I don't feel 45, but I am.
I mean, I think the investment definitely paid off. Like, you had to put in a lot of work and time. But I mean, shit, who the fuck is out here starting GG33, putting this type of knowledge out to the masses? You feel me?
No one. Absolutely no one. Absolutely no one. And if you tried to stop this knowledge from getting spread to the public, if you stole from me, if you do any of those things, I'm coming after you, and it's going to be for life. I don't stop. The only way I'm going to stop with Tate is when he's in the fucking ground. So I want to make that abundantly clear. And, this would be nice if he actually, gets out the way, then I can start focusing on other people.
As you should, man. As you should. I guess not to take up too much time. One more quick question. So I'm about to
go ahead, brother. But last one, we got a lot of people in here. I gave you the courtesy because you're a GG33 Gold member, so that's why I let you speak so long.
My bad, dude. I remember my mouth all the time, but I mean,
it's all good, brother. If we're having conversation, I'm gonna let you do this all day. But there's a lot of people in here. So, what's your last question, my friend?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure you've been around fucking the dating environment in North America is hectic. This might sound dumb, but I'm really trying to know, when you wifed your wife, like when you married your wife, did you make her sign a prenup? Or like, what are your thoughts on that?
No, I didn't make her sign a prenup, dude. As a matter of fact, the last thing I would do is sign a prenup because my numerology and astrology works. Well,
yeah, I
got Venus. I got Venus in Capricorn. So does she. So we're not going to have that bullshit that other people do. You people out there who even believe in numerology and astrology don't know what's real. And you know what the worst part is? Some people take the tidbits information I put out there and then they try to expand on it. They assume things and then they get into trouble. Don't assume anything, guys. I remember everyone telling me, Gary, Jake Paul is going to win. Jake Paul is an 8 life path. And February 26th is double 8 day. 8s can't lose on 8 days. Okay, amateur. This ain't amateur hour, bro. If numerology was that easy, believe me, that's not what this would be all about. I was certain Jake Paul would lose. He did, as certain as I was as the Eagles would lose. And you know what? The fact of the matter is, I've made people a lot of money on Twitter. I've made them a lot of money, and they're quiet. It's the silent majority. But hell, if you get anything wrong, these trolls, these poor peasants who never had a woman in their life unless they paid for it, they're gonna go all after you because they're miserable fucking people. Absolutely miserable fucking people. And it is what it is.
Yeah. But nah, I appreciate you letting me speak on this a little. Fucking nice talking to all you guys. Hope you have an amazing night, man. I'm gonna pass it on to someone else, let them have their time to shine. And fucking yeah, man. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it, brother. You enjoy the rest of your day. Kat, who's next?
All right, up next we are gonna go with Isis God, and then we're gonna go with Dwar, and then Geo. I know Geo's had his hand up, but these people have been in the room before him.
And before the next person starts, I just want to say this. At this point, not too many people can afford to get readings with me. I'm charging up to like $800 an hour. But I didn't leave you guys hanging. I did not do that before I started charging crazy prices, because let's face it, people are going to pay it for me because I'm the best in the world, and the rich people know that. I train a whole bunch of students to give readings. You can talk to one of the best numerologists in the world. His name is Wise Cat for $152, man. That is peanuts compared to what you're going to learn from him. I personally train him myself. And if you want a reading from Cat or any of the other GG33 students, them either, I want, again, I stand by there. I personally train them.
I second that. Sorry to cut in, but I second that. I had a reading with Wise Cat, and he honestly opened my eyes out to some of the stuff that happened to me previous to the reading. So I do second that. That's it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sounds good, man. Who would you say was next?
Isis, go ahead.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
How are you guys today?
I'm doing well, and you're...
Hi. I'm pretty good. The Matrix didn't mess with me too much today.
Okay. So what's on your mind, girl?
I just wanted to get you guys' opinion on like child support. Let's say a dad hasn't paid, right, and has owed, let's say, $30,000. Do you think the mother should go after him?
Give me the details. Give me the details. Were you guys living together at all?
Sorry, one more time.
I said you gotta give me details. That's too bland. Tell me a little bit about the situation. I mean, I can't really answer that question unless we get a little bit personal. I'm not sure if you want to do that in front of all these people, knowing this space is recorded.
Right.
I'll get into it, but I'm going to have to ask you personal questions. And again, that's up to you if you want to answer them. If you don't, I completely understand. But I can't just say, oh, go after him because of that, because there could be other circumstances I'm not aware of.
Right. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, I can go into a little bit.
Okay. Did you cheat on him?
Oh, no, this is not me. This is, well, I'm the daughter, so.
Oh, so you're talking about your dad and your mom, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did your mom cheat on your dad?
No. It was opposite, actually.
Oh, he cheated on her.
Yeah.
Okay. Is your mom working, or is she just a housewife?
Oh, she worked. She single mom, raised us, you know.
Okay. When they married, was she working or was she a housewife?
They were never married. He actually like left when we were basically babies.
Well, I gotta be honest. First of all, I think it's horrible when a father doesn't take care of his responsibilities as a man. But if they weren't actually married, I mean, you gotta, takes the woman's gotta take some of the blame too. I mean, how are you gonna actually have kids with somebody and you don't actually marry them? I guess I'm from an old school when that wouldn't ever even be questioned. But the woman has to take some accountability. Yes, I do believe that. Does he actually have the money to give?
Yeah, he does.
Oh well, if he does, then 100% go after him.
Yeah, it's just
100%. If he has the money, 100% go after him. There's no reason a person's offspring should be living bad if the man is making good money. Now, the only exceptions I would say for that rule would be if the wife cheated on him or if she just straight up disrespected the man all the time. There are limits to it. But should, if he owes 30,000, I'm not sure that should be the actual number. um you know yeah, I'd go after him if he has the money and you're his daughter and he's not doing anything. Then yeah, I'd probably go after him. But I mean, when does the woman take responsibility? If you're gonna have sex with a man and have a kid with him, you have to take some of that responsibility because you let that man penetrate you. You trusted that man enough to do that. But if women always talk about women's intuition. This kills me. All the time they talk about women's intuition, but they always choose the wrong men. So how good is your intuition actually? So yes, I would go after him, but your mother does bear some responsibility for having sex with a person and bringing a child in this world to someone who's not a good person, and she had a bad judge of character, and she should be held responsible as well. But yes, I would go after him.
yeah, and we're all talking about it, and it's kind of just weird how because the minimum for federal is 5,000, I think, and I don't know, it's a whole thing. So
I mean, listen. Do you have a relationship with your dad?
not really, no.
That's horrible. That's horrible. Well, as a man, let me apologize for your dad because there's nothing more important than kids. Before I die, I'm gonna make sure my kids are set up no matter what. And the fact that a man could make money, as you say he does, and doesn't take care of your kids, that's not a man. That's a boy.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you for your opinion on it.
Of course, no problem. Kat, who's next?
All right, up next we're going with Dwar. Dwar, you're up next, and after that it's Geo. Dwar, you're up next, then it's Geo.
All right, well, what's up, Gary?
What's going on, brother?
How you doing? Hello, can you hear me?
I can't.
Oh, you're lagging. Hold on.
You.
All right, I think it's good. Hello.
I can hear you.
All right, I can hear you now. How you doing?
Good. What's on your mind?
What's up? So, my birthday is 9/13/2000, September 13th, 2000, and so I'm a metal dragon. But when I do my research, I see that dragons should avoid the number 8, and I'm trying to get my money up right now. So I'm wondering
why should hold on. Why should dragons avoid the number 8?
Yeah, I've looked into that too. I haven't found an answer.
Well, I don't know. I'm asking you because I've never heard that in my life. And in all honesty, I think the number 8 goes really well with dragons.
And that makes no sense because what are people born into 8, 17 for 26 or 8 life path dragons?
This is what I'm talking about. Guys, make it make sense. I understand I'm the numerologist astrologer out there, and to a lot of stuff this doesn't make sense, but trust me, make it make sense. There's no number that's going to be bad for a dragon, especially the number 8. No, I think 8s and dragons go very, very well together.
All right, that's good to hear. Yeah, because I looked into it, I couldn't find a logical reason why.
But dude, where'd you hear this bullshit?
I literally a ton. If you look up dragon characteristics or personality or whatever, you'll see it on a ton of websites. It's
I see. And how much do those websites cost?
Oh, nothing, free.
Exactly.
There's a lot of websites that say they're safe and effective. Do you believe those websites? It's very safe and effective. You should take it.
No,
and don't forget your boosters too.
Yeah, Google is God. People say, "Oh, I saw it on Google," and I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying in general. People need to put their thinking.
No, brother. If you didn't hear me say it, if you didn't hear my students say it, then it's not real.
Yeah, I feel you because numerology is very. I feel like that's the most hidden form of I don't know, a cult or whatever you would call it, but because there's so many different you'll just find so much things that contradict. But yeah, that's cool to hear. And then I have another question. So I'm born on the 13th of September, and that's also the 256th day of the year, which is a 13th.
So 256. You want this one? No. This is right up your alley. You sure? You said 256th day of the year. He's born on the 13th. You want to take it?
Here we go.
Okay, brother. I mean, I thought that was right up your alley. Listen. Does it matter? Yes. Is it that important? Not too sure. But yes, it does matter. Imagine you have a soup and you put all the beets in there, and you took all the lemons, and you put all the meat in there, and then you added a little bit of salt, a little sprinkle of salt. That's what that day of the year is, that little bit of sprinkle of salt. So does it have value? Yes. Is it as important as life path? Oh, hell no.
Okay, I see. Because I know a lot of people I've seen in the past, I know a lot of people like don't know what they're doing, but I've seen a lot of people take the day number as like sometimes the most valuable number in their whole whatever, their whole reading.
It's a factor. It's a small factor. I mean, you want to? Yeah, I told you I'll let you have this one if you want it.
No. I believe in the number of the day. You know, there's only one out of 365. I believe that's significant.
I never said it didn't. I just said it wasn't that deep.
It's a factor.
Small one. Small factor.
It's fine to bring up and chat about.
I agree with that, man.
Gary, why is Gematria Club so afraid to speak? What is going on? Is he all right?
He's all right.
He's not afraid. You guys try to coax me. No, it's Gary's show tonight.
Don't worry, man. We need a peanut gallery, man. He's right there, man. He's throwing shit at me. No, Matt. Listen. If you when it comes down to it, it is a factor. I just don't think it's that important of a one.
Okay, if there's any more time, could you explain on Life Path 6? Because that's what my life path is. I always
home and family oriented, responsibility over others. You're probably a doormat in some cases when you were younger, just pretty much doing what other people tell you to do. So I'm sure you grew up since then.
I've been trying.
Yeah, you're good, brother. Listen, I can't really go into everything specifically, but I did give you a couple bits of nuggets right there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Gary.
Of course.
All right, man. Have a good day.
Have a good day, my friend.
Up next is Geo. Go ahead, Geo.
Hey, good night, good afternoon, good morning. I don't know, whatever time zone.
Yeah, you got all your bases covered, huh?
Yeah. So, yeah, about the reading with Wise Cat, I do throw props at him because he did good. Honestly, I do recommend it. But Gary, I just wanted to make quick questions. After that reading, I started. I mean, I'm not gonna say I did readings, but I kind of just asked my coworkers their birthdays, and I got their life path number, and I just googled some of the stuff on like numbers, what it kind of was, and I'm a life path 1. So what I found was what Wise told me, just like the way I am a leader, or I don't like people telling me what to do because I am a 111. But another thing is, how can I?
Get it out, brother. Get it out, brother.
I lost that train of thought. Just being a life path number 1. How is there any way to like change some of the stuff that you are, as far as like being hard-headed and stuff like that? I mean, you
Okay. Listen to me carefully, man. You can change people. You can change things. You can change environments, but you got to change the circumstances around you. If you're around a whole bunch of drug addicts, it's going to be hard to quit doing drugs, right?
Correct.
If you're around a whole bunch of alcoholics, it's going to be hard to stop drinking.
Yes, sir.
So that's the advice I would give you. Make sure your environment is where you want it to be. I purposely hang out with people who are a lot richer than me. because who else is going to teach me anything?
Okay.
That's what you should do.
Okay. I see what you mean.
And find yourself a way for you to be useful for people in positions of power. I have found I've found a way to be useful to people who run things. And because of that, I'm given certain privileges. I can do certain things that other people can't. I can get away with things that other people can't. I'm not going to go down the list, but there's a lot of things I can do that you can't, that you'll probably get arrested for, but I will not. Because I am useful for people in positions of power. At the same time, I've never sold out to anybody. You know how many people have tried to become my handler? this one guy I'm having dinner with tells me he's going to do this, and this, and this for me, and I'm like, okay, what do you want from me? He's like, nothing. I'm like, okay. When you figure out what you want from me, let me know. And I just left.
Okay, I see what you mean. It's just I thought it was like that energy was, like you said, it was imprinted, but as far as like being able to kind of switch it, I mean, I do see it, but I've also actually kind of tried to use like the whatever day it is into my advantage. I took the advice you said, if you're gonna be, traveling, try to do it on a fifth
Yeah,
day.
okay. Listen, brother. Listen, brother. You don't have to say everything I'm telling you in a public forum. Okay. You want me to approve certain things. It's just by saying it's okay. I'm going to tell you, if you want to make this a one life path, outwork everybody. I'll hustle everybody. That's what I'm going to tell you. Change your environment.
Okay, I see what you mean.
You can do that.
I see what you mean. Okay, sounds good, Gary. Thank you for your time, man.
Yes, sir. Who's next, Kat?
All right, up next we got Brave New World, and then we're gonna go with Besmir. So Brave New World and then Besmir.
Yo, good morning, good evening,
Morning.
and good night to everyone. How is everyone doing today?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm not doing too well, Gary, because you still haven't posted that air sign video yet.
Oh, you guys are killing me, man. You guys are killing me, man. There's so many other teachers in there. What do you want? What do you guys want from me, man? I gave you some of my top students in there. You still watch shit for me. You think I would have time to do GG33 and GG33 Academy plus do 10 readings a day sometimes? I gotta sleep sometimes too, and then my wife wants my attention. The kids want my attention. I gotta travel. I gotta entertain people. I'll get it done this week, man.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to come out and say, Gary, why have I seen the number 33 pop up a lot in these past 3 weeks? Like every day I see it.
Okay. And have you been really following me in the group for the past 3 weeks?
Well, honestly, I do pay attention a lot to your tweets.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Interesting. Hey, I want you could do a quick rundown of a numerology reading real quick with my brother, because he says it's all bullshit right now. He went to the bathroom right now. I don't know if you could do like a little quick reading. His birthday is April 28th of 2004.
I'll ask him how fucked up his year was in 2022. That's it.
Interesting. All right, well, that's all I got. Don't want to waste anybody's time. Y'all have a
Enjoy the rest of your day, my friend.
You too.
All right, we got Besmir. Then after that, we'll go with number 23. So Besmir, go ahead.
Hello, Gary.
My
If
friend.
you can do a quick reading, if possible.
1 second.
29 of August, 1994.
Say it one more time, sir.
29 of August, 1994.
All right. So I'm going to be honest with you, man. This is not the year for you to make money. This is just not the year. You have to gain as much knowledge as possible, and that's what your goal should be. And when 2024 hits, the second half of 2024, then you chase your bag. but not right now. If you chase your bag right now, you're gonna catch a L.
Thank you. And I feel that way, to be honest. Everything I do, I need, it requires more time to get money. But thank you very much. I will DM you.
You're very welcome, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
All right.
Who's next?
23 is up next. She's up next. Go ahead, 23.
Hey, Gary, how are you?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
I'm fine. I could be doing better, but I got 2 quick questions for you, if you can. I wanted you to, could you give me a rundown of myself? My birthday is September 2nd, 1999.
September 2nd, 1999. You can be sensitive at times. If people say the wrong thing to you, you're going to remember quite a while. Have a short attention span. Get bored very quickly.
That's so
everyone.
cool.
Everyone considers you. Everyone considers you their friend. You consider people acquaintances. Sound about right?
That sounds like spot on. Like
Of course.
exactly.
It doesn't matter who the fuck it is in the world. This is my talent. And you know what? No one gave it to me. I learned it myself. And the best part is I taught others.
If there was any doubt in my mind before that, you just completely erased it. If I had any doubt before that, you just completely erased it. Oh, man. And then my second question was, am I wrong for loving and believing in both you and the Tate brothers? Like, am I wrong?
I can't say you are, brother. I can't say you are. I don't, listen, I agree with 70% what the shits guys say, but you know, when people make it a personal vendetta to destroy me and destroy my group and cost me millions of dollars, I would honestly be at probably 1 million followers by now if he didn't do what he did. So as far as I'm concerned, he can die of lung cancer. But no, I don't hate on you. I mean, listen, there's a lot of people in the war room I'm friends with. So again, you guys notice I keep going after the same people in the war room. Some people I never touch because I'm actually cool with them.
Right.
But listen, what am I going to tell you? Not to like a guy who agrees with 70% of the stuff I say? I can't really do that. All I can tell you is I'm a lot more beneficial to the world than he is. Any fucking moron can go out there and tell you, oh, lift weights all day. Any fucking moron can do that. Okay? And I'm not saying there's not benefits to it and all this other shit. Cool. I'm actually teaching people life-changing knowledge. He's teaching people how to pick up a dumbbell. I mean, come on, guys. It's not the same.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. I hope I helped you understand a few things.
Definitely did. You have a great one, bro.
Do the same. I can assure you, people in your government know exactly who I am. But the kids who are basically, you know, kids to the most powerful people in your country, they're in the USA, and guess who they get readings from?
All right, up next we have Zachary. Go ahead, Zachary.
Hey guys, hey Gary, hey Wisecat, how are you guys? How's everyone doing tonight?
What's going on? Go to find GG33 fam next. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you guys taking me and putting me on. Yeah, no, I obviously want to, appreciate you guys for what you're doing. Gary, respect the hell out of you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Everything you've spoken about the vaccine is, 1,000% true. I think a lot of people are going to realize that, there unfortunately a lot of people are on the bitter end of it. And I appreciate the hell out of you, man. You're doing a fine job. I've been following you for the past few months, and I really respect the hell out of you. Everything you're doing, I'm 100%, behind you and everything. And we need more people like you in this society, in this environment. There's too much bullshit going on out there, and it's about time we find.
Good luck finding them.
Yeah, exactly.
People are cowards. People are cowards, bro. People were scared to fucking lose their accounts for talking bad about the vaccine. Yet I get suspended 18 times. Cost me countless amounts of money. And I still do it. Why? Because I don't give a fuck. And a lot of people look at me on Twitter and like, how can such an enlightened man say such things? Because I don't give a fuck. Because I'm not owned by anybody. I'm not Logan Paul. I don't have fucking handlers. Okay? I'm not a fucking piece of shit that tells my fucking people, do you know how many times people came up to me and be like, yo, Gary, promote this crypto and we're gonna fucking give you $1 million. I told them all to go to hell. As a matter of fact, this one guy on Twitter who has millions of followers, and he's basically like, yo, I see your community's pretty big. If you promote this crypto coin, I'll get you on my podcast and you'll get like 10,000 more followers. I'm like, and what's the price? You got to promote this crypto. I'm like, fuck you. Not doing it.
Yeah.
Not doing it.
Yeah.
Not doing it. Not doing it. I'm not going to have fucking people hustled. You know, listen, if I miss a sports play and, you know, you guys bet on whatever, that shit happens. But I'm never going to knowingly hustle anybody. That just doesn't happen. I'm not that person.
Thanks, man.
Even when I was broke, I wasn't that person.
Right. 1,000%. And that's the mentality you have to have. In general, you can't let society control you. You have to be able to speak up, not be afraid of anybody, because we're surrounded by cowards. I'm surrounded by cowards. You're surrounded by cowards. We're all surrounded by cowards. But the bottom line is you can't be afraid to speak up. You can't be afraid to, speak up about this, bullshit going on. And yeah, man, obviously, things, come and go, but yeah, I can't wait for all this fucking nonsense with the whole vaccine bullshit. This shit's gonna get to an end. These people are gonna deal with consequences, and yeah, man.
I'm gonna make sure they deal with consequences. The people who mandated the vaccine will meet the same fate they put on others. Flat out. Flat out. And I mean, listen, this is the biggest mass murder in world history. And if you trust the government after this, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't trust them. Hell no.
Everyone listen to this, this spaces. You're all paying taxes to pedophiles. Every single one of us, including myself. We're all basically paying taxes to pedophiles. It's disgusting, man. It really is.
Yeah, I wanted to also get a quick reading from you, if it's possible. My birthday is November 16th, 97.
November 16th, 97. 8 life path. I mean, listen, I could tell you like all 8s get the bag, but you're a little bit more smarter than most 8s because you have the 16 energy. So basically, use your brains to get a bigger bag.
Yeah, man, I'm smarter than a lot of people, but yeah, man, I appreciate the hell out of you,
brother. Listen to me. Even women who are 7s, born on the 7th, 16th, 25th, are smarter than most guys. So the fact that you're born on the 16th is smarter than most people, and I'm born on the 7th, doesn't really mean that much. You're supposed to be smarter than everyone else. But the fact that women, that's one of the things that got me really into numerology. When I understood that women born in the 7th, 16th, 25th are actually smart. I got a lot of smart 7 life path women in my group. And while I talk a lot of shit about women's intelligence, I sure as hell ain't talking about them.
Exactly. It's funny, I'm a twin too, so my sister's also born on the 16th. So
so you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But also, just lastly, one of the last comment I want to make is that one of my best friends just got engaged, and it so happens to be it's the 25th of the month. And I'm like,
well, no. be a good friend and stop it.
I mean, the engagement already happened, but the wedding is June 25th.
And be a good friend and stop it. You know how many fucking weddings I stopped in my life? At least 100. At least 100 over the years. Telling people don't get married that day. Making sure they, Listen, when it comes down to stuff like that, a lot of people listening be like, how are you going to convince someone to do that? Well, I'll tell you a little story about my life, then we'll go to a couple more people, then we'll shut up shop. 2006. No, it wasn't 2006. It was, what year was it? 2013. Okay. I went to Russia and no, it was 2014. Sorry. 2014, I went to Russia and I met my stepsister's husband for the first time because they got married. And this man doesn't know anything about me. And they were telling me that they're planning on having a kid in 2015. 2015 is a goat year, no problem, right? Well, the fact is, my sister-in-law is born in the ox year. And I basically pulled this man aside and I told him, no way are you going to have a kid in 2015. So I want you to understand something. I'm going up to a person in a foreign country, someone I've never met before, and I'm telling this guy he's going to have a kid with her in 2015 over my dead body. And this guy, you know, he's looking like he wants to get violent. And, you know, I'm down. You know, I'm down. If that's what you want to do, I'm down. But, you know, after about 20 minutes, I explained to him what was going on. And this is a deeply religious man, a Muslim, you know, someone who did not believe in numerology, astrology at all. And in 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I convinced this man to have a child in 2014. And that's exactly what the fuck they did. So if I can do that, you can do that too, my friend.
Yep, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And
thanks a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Be well, guys. Thank you so much for having me on. Take care, guys.
And Gary, you wanted to go to find GG33 fan first?
Yeah. Let me have him.
Yeah.
Let him up.
Ultra Instinct Goku. Go ahead.
What's up, Gary?
What's going on, brother?
I have two questions for you. Does GG33 Academy have affiliates?
Yeah.
So non-gold members and bronze and silvers have affiliates, right?
Yeah, of course.
My second question, can I get a reading?
What's your birthday?
2006, 17th of June.
Oh, God, you're young. You're young. 17th of June, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, obviously you're 4 and everything. But listen, you got to be careful next year, man. You're a dog. Next year's a dragon year. Got to be careful when it comes to that stuff. As a person, you got to outwork other people. You're not going to win the lotto. You're not going to be the type of person who gets an inheritance. You're going to have to outwork other people. And if you want to, and if you do that, you'll get what's coming to you. If you're going to be lazy in life, it's not going to do it. And I would also tell you with a lot of authority, I'm going to tell you, don't drink alcohol, my friend.
All right.
That will fuck you up. I'm not telling you that because I tell everyone not to drink, but you specifically, stay away from alcohol, my friend.
Oh yeah, I already have like an alcoholic family member. So
I know, brother. That's why I'm trying to tell you, stay away.
Yeah.
Stay away. I know what your biggest problem is, bro. And so again, take my advice on that. Stay away from alcohol, and I think you'll be all right.
All right. Thank you.
Of course. All right, Kat. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it a night. What do you think?
I want to close out these last few people that are up and then wrap it up there. Guys, if you either ask your most asked about question or your birthday, that's it. We're not doing 3 or 4 or 5 things. You want your birthday or you want your question answered, and that's it, because we have to close this out.
Unfortunately, my phone's gonna die in about 1 minute. So I guess you can do it if you want, but you got a charger around here? What you got?
Sorry, guys.
Only Apples?
Of
course you only have an Apple.
That's the will
fucking Apples. You got one down there? All right, let's see if I make it to the charger before this thing. Okay. I think we got. It's about to die. Run! Come on. We got the charge.
Well, they call me Clutch.
It's the will of the Matrix. It's the will of the Matrix. Either way, it's the will of the Matrix.
All right, man. Let's hear it. Who's next?
All right, up next we got the Z-Cram.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, if you could do my birthday, January 29, 1994.
Old soul, emotional as hell. Definitely a social butterfly when you were young.
And what do you think I should focus on?
Did this thing crash?
Sorry, say that again.
Can you guys hear Gary or not? Because I can't.
No, he went AWOL for right now. I don't hear him.
All right, well, I'm going to run this show until he gets back. We're going to finish out these last, 7 people, I think, and then we're just going to call it a night. But I'm going to talk until he gets back. So we'll ask your question again.
What should I focus on? January 29, 1994.
Okay, the main thing you need to learn to control is your emotions. Don't let your emotions control you. That's going to be one of the main Achilles heels for you, the way to make sure it's going to hit you. So don't let your emotions get the best of you. Okay? That's the main thing. If you forget anything else I say in this entire space is, for you personally, learn to control your emotions. And be careful with the drinking, too, as well. I wouldn't recommend drinking for anybody with your birthday, but again, it's your life, the value you want to live it. Stay away from alcohol.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problems. You can stay up, too, just in case Gary comes back in the next 3 minutes or whatever, if he wants to add some extra toppings to the cake. Jelani, what's up, man? How you been? Long time no talk. What's new with you? Are you still dating your enemy?
Yo, what's going on? Can you hear me clearly?
Good, yeah. Are you still dating your enemy sign? How's that going?
No, fuck no, bro. We broke up, and the enemy sign thing is totally accurate. Like, small arguments will start out of nowhere, and I've never experienced that before. So never date your enemy sign. I'm a life path 7 goat, and she was ox. However, this is like what I wanted to tell Gary, but he's not here right now, because this is like the revelation that I kind of discovered with this chick, and that this reality is like totally scripted. So like, we use numerology to like basically decode ourselves and know like what our life path is, right? But I think it's just like, dude, you have so little free will. I think it's limited as fuck, because when I was with her, we just kept getting the same hotel room number, which was 227. And like, how do you get that in different locations? And then I checked something. I had my eye surgery, like biggest surgery of my life, on 2-7, which was 227 months after my birth. So I was just like, okay, we have no free will. I'm born on the 49th day, and 227 is the 49th prime number. Like, these aren't coincidences, Like, it's crazy. In the Matrix, God is real. Like, and he's a fucking troll. Like, this is shit that nobody's really talking about, and that's why, like, I think Gary's in a really good position, because, like, I don't see nobody out here calling out, like, the scripted simulation that we're in.